Welcome back to Cheddar, everyone. This financial fitness segment is sponsored by LendingTree. Shop and compare loans, credit cards, insurance, and more. The pandemic has changed the way we work, and although adapting to new normals can be challenging within your career, it's an important step to rise above and move forward. Joining us to discuss is career coach Elizabeth Koraca. Elizabeth, great to have you here with me today. From your perspective, what do you think it's been like for people to adapt to working from home and to do it so quickly?
I think it's been challenging for a lot of people. And like you said, it was adapting so quickly. We've gotten so used to being in the office or in our workplace that we've had years of experiencing and perfecting it. Now, all of a sudden, we're expected to thrive at home when you've got so much in the mix, like, a spouse, family members, kids, homeschooling. So I think it has been challenging for a lot of people.
So when you are setting yourself up to work from home, what is the best way to set yourself up for success?
If you can find a private location, a door, I know some of us live in apartments, so you might have to use your bedroom, somewhere where you can actually close the door and set that physical boundary. And then put a note on the door, doing an interview, or you could be even on an important phone call. You want to put that do not disturb sign, and you really want to set up those boundaries for your roommates and family. And don't forget, people are not mind readers. You need to tell them what you need and what you want.
And obviously communication has become pretty difficult for some people if you're not used to having all your meetings over Zoom, over the phone. What advice would you give for people that are trying to not just do that skill, but actually improve it while they're working remotely?
Well, it is really tricky. Communication online is really tricky, especially when you've been really used to having your boss and your colleagues next to you all the time. So you want to think about, okay, so maybe I'm not going to any more networking events, but how can I still reach out to my boss, reach out to my colleagues, and have some private one-on-one time with them, even if it's just for 5 minutes.
And if you are trying to advance your career, I imagine if you've been having these conversations before everyone started working from home, it might be a little bit challenging to continue doing so with your managers. If you are someone who's trying to climb that career ladder, how can you continue that conversation remotely?
Well, you want to think about it. I had a client actually, she asked me about this, and she said, in my contract, it says that, I am getting a promotion. I'm supposed to be getting more money, but I'm worried because of COVID that I shouldn't say anything. So I asked her these questions. Is your company in the green? Is the revenue still coming in? Yes. Have there been layoffs or cutbacks? No. Is your boss happy with you right now? Yes. So now is the time to remind them that you're up for the promotion or raise. If your scenario is different, that they have been laying people off or making people take salary reductions, or they're in the red, now is not time to ask for a promotion or raise.
So beyond thinking about your managers, your bosses, and those relationships, how does relationship building change with the remote work? How can you continue to keep that connection among your coworkers, among your colleagues?
Well, look, I know a lot of people are feeling that Zoom fatigue, but get on there. Let people see your face and speak up in meetings. And I understand sometimes there's a lot of people on that call, but make sure your voice is heard. Okay. And you also want to be, connecting through different avenues, texting, emails, phone calls. Hop on a call instead of just maybe emailing all the time, so you can share those ideas.
What about for the people who are making permanent shifts from in-office to remote work? A lot of companies, especially tech companies, are saying, you know what, you can work from home in perpetuity. What is one skill that people should consider to make that shift, that complete shift, seamless?
You want to think about all the pros. What is the bonus in getting to work from home? Now, about 60% of the American workforce would rather be working from home in some capacity. So it's not all doom and gloom and people not liking it. But you want to have that mind shift and really think about, okay, what is great about this scenario? Now I don't have a commute. Now, I'm going to save on gas. Now I'm going to see, my spouse or my kids or my family more. So I'm really going to really think about this time as a blessing or a bonus. You want to change that mind shift if you are struggling with it.
Yeah, I mean, to that point, what is one way to kind of stay motivated when you're not interacting with people? You might feel a little bit less enthusiastic. How do you keep yourself having that same passion that you did back when you were in the office?
Well, you want to remember your purpose, your why. Why am I doing what I do? For example, in case you know, what I do because I love helping people. I want to give people the tips and tools to have the best life possible and speak up for themselves. So tap into your why. Another thing you want to do is make yourself a priority. Put yourself at the top of the priority list so you are getting your own needs met.
All right, Elizabeth, thank you so much for your time and advice. That's career coach Elizabeth Koraca. Of course, go to lendingtree.com/coronavirus for financial resources and information about your money and your options during these difficult times.